Ammon. How beautiful this word sounds, isn't it? Do you hear any music in it? Have you ever been to Ammon? Then I will tell you a little about him. The walls of this city were seen by the Israeli King David, and Alexander the Great, and the Assyrians, and the Persians, and the Romans, and the Byzantines, and the Crusaders, and whom they had not yet seen, these ancient walls. Colors of the East, wonderful climate, ancient history, isn't this enough to see all this with your own eyes? Then go on a trip. For most countries in the world where you can arrive in Ammon, a visa is not a problem and is usually issued upon arrival at Ammon Airport. So, you take a ticket to Ammon and most likely you'll fly to Ammon on a flight from the Royal Jordanian Airlines, which flies to 4 continents of the world and operates over 500 flights a week. We hope that your flight will be successful and that you are already at the Ammon Airport, Queen Aliyah. It was designed by the famous architect Norman Foster in 1983. From above, it resembles a striped Bedouin scarf, isn't it? You have passed passport control and now your path lies in the city, which is about 30 kilometers away. You can get to the city by taxi or bus. You can stay in any of the Ammon hotels from 5 to 3 stars, such as the House Boutique Suites, Fairmont Ammon, New Maryland Hotel. After you have settled down in your room, you will probably want to look at the evening Ammon and you will not be disappointed. There is quite a stormy evening and nightlife and the influence of Western civilization is felt. There are many night bars, restaurants, clubs at your disposal, for example, Cantaloupe Gastro Pub, Rivers Return Restaurant Bar, Coppers Central. Here you can try a variety of Jordanian dishes, mansaf, hummus, kabelinful. Mansaf is the most famous Ammon dish, which is prepared from lamb and yogurt sauce, served with rice sprinkled with nuts. Nights in Ammon are rarely as hot as days, and so we hope you enjoy a good night's sleep at one of Ammon's lovely hotels. And in the morning you will find an excellent choice of the attractions of Ammon. To visit them all in one day, of course, is unrealistic, so let's start slowly. If you flew to Ammon in late April, then you're in luck. At the end of April, the Ammon Jazz Festival takes place in the capital of Jordan, bringing together thousands of fans of this genre from around the world. Here you can hear completely different subgenres, from old school jazz to Latin, and from fusion and blues to avant-garde substyles. The event takes place in the Haya Cultural Center, as well as in other smaller cultural pavilions. The purpose of the festival is to attract visitors to quality music and bring together thousands of people interested in organizing the event and uniting peoples under the roof because the event is attended by people from all over the world. And in early December, the capital of Jordan becomes the venue for the Parada Festival. At this time the Ammon Stand-Up Comedy Festival takes place. Venue, Al Hussein Cultural Center. Laughter is not alien to the locals, and the fact that Arab stand-up artists are known all over the world, such as Dino Baidola who, incidentally, is the sponsor of the festival, Tamer Katan, Ahmed, confirms this. Therefore, it is not surprising that this kind of leisure is popular here. It is these stand-up artists who have Arabic roots who are usually invited to the festival. This brings together locals very well. And all of July in the White City is the Ammon Summer Festival. At this time, Al Hussein Park gathers all lovers of interesting performances. Performances take place on 4 stages. For example, the main stage is an arena for theatrical and musical performances. The second hosts youth talent shows. The third includes craft workshops and food stalls. Children are not forgotten here either. On the 4th stage, a program has been specially prepared for them that will delight all young citizens. And at the end of August, the Odeon Theatre and the Roman Amphitheatre host the Al-Balad Music Festival, in which musicians from the Central Asian region take part. This is another great chance to get to know the local culture through music. June is marked by the holding of such a striking event as the Ammon International Film Festival. The event focuses on the cinema of the Arab world, so during its holding there is a unique chance to get acquainted with the original films of this region. Another interesting festival takes place in October and has a sporty character. This is nothing more than Jordan Rally, a car race full of entertainment and adrenaline.
أتعلم كيف ألعب بتلوين الإضاءة على البشر. فعجبني كتير كيف بقدر أغير scene أو location على إضاءة.
If you do not really like festivals, then you can just walk around the city. The city consists of two very different parts, the more conservative Old Eastern and the more progressive New Western. East Ammon, or Old Town, inhabited since the Neolithic. Today it is a typical Arab settlement with randomly located houses, narrow streets, oriental smells, noise, din and bustle. All the historical sites of the Jordanian capital are located here. Western Ammon, or the new city, is the exact opposite: wide direct avenues, business centers, expensive hotels, wealthy Jordanian villas, sidewalks, lawns and other attributes of progressive Europe. Surprisingly, most of the inhabitants of East Ammon have never been to the West and vice versa. The former consider that everything is unjustifiably expensive in the new city, the latter, that there is absolutely nothing to do in the old town, which has lagged behind life. A huge flagpole rises above the city. Its height is 127 meters. During installation it was the highest in the world. The inhabitants of Ammon are welcoming and friendly. They follow a lot of interesting customs, many of which have religious significance. So, the left hand here is considered unclean, so most actions are performed by the right hand. It should be served to men for a handshake. When visiting stores and markets, you need to give money and take goods only with your right hand. Many Europeans say that at the meeting, the indigenous people greet each other for a very long time. So we walked very shortly through Ammon. We hope that you like the city and it will be waiting for you again and again. From Ammon with love.